Welcome to the Intuitive Teacup, my friends. These tarot readings are meant to motivate, empower, and inspire you. Please keep an open heart and an open mind as you watch these general readings, as some material will resonate and some might not. Do have faith it is serving someone out there, and take away only what resonates for you. Please release the rest. Feel free to book a personal reading with me if you would like something catered specifically to your inquiries and energy. That information is down below for you. You are responsible for all actions and decisions and the vibe that you bring to this channel. This is optional advice or guidance, and of course, you will always have free will. Check the box below for my social media links, the decks I use, and more information on this channel. Let's hop into your tarot reading. What's up, guys? Happy February. Happy to have you here at the Intuitive Teacup. Some very short announcements. It's Aquarius season, so I'm trying to be innovative and shake it up and do things differently. So we're going to do a different spread for your February monthlies. It will include love and money, as well as some other things too, using Black Moon astrology cards. This is such a cool deck. Really excited to share it with you. I did promise you earlier I was going to start using love oracles in your readings. So what we're going to do, rather than doing it in February monthlies, this is going to be a separate reading for Valentine's Day, very focused on love and romance and relationships. So look forward to that probably the next time around. Last but not least, I did my first deck review, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So far, the reception has been pretty positive, so I'm looking to make that a monthly thing. Every month, I'll review a new deck so you can get a look at the cards and preview it, see if it's something you're interested in. And if not, that's okay. There will always be a collective reading at the end of those deck reviews with timestamps. So if you want to hop right to the end of that video, you can see if there's anything for you in that collective reading. The last one I did was called the Triple Goddess Tarot Deck Review, so welcoming you and encouraging you to check that out. Other than that, let's hop into your February monthly tarot reading. What's up, Libra? Happy February. Happy to have you here at the Intuitive Teacup. We are going to talk about your love life, your romantic life. We are going to talk about what you need to put more mental energy into this month. We are going to talk about your money, jobs, career, anything that wants to come through on that subject. And then we are going to talk about the action you need to take forward, or the action you need to put in motion this month, what you need to take action on. Okay, so let's hop in. Bottom of the deck, you got the Wheel of Fortune. Hey, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's start with your love life. There should be timestamps below if I remember, but I probably will. I have faith I'll remember. So the first card coming up in your romantic life, we got the Five of Wands. Do we really though? Like, do we really want to stick with that? No, I'm just kidding. It could be that someone's fighting to get your attention or vice versa. I think more than likely you may be fighting to get the attention of a person who they're just not worth it. I'm hearing the word snarl. They're kind of mean, or they have a side to them that's a little bit insensitive. And the thing is, it kind of feels like you were recently disappointed or hurt by them, and yet you're questioning, should I put more effort into this? And this very much feels like you're taking on the burdens and responsibility for someone else who is in the wrong. So it's like, because you said something and they did something in retaliation or return, you're starting to beat yourself like, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't have. And it's like, no, like, they're being rude. They're not being nice. So I would say distance yourself from that person, if that makes sense. Might be a Capricorn or a Scorpio, Virgo maybe. What's the outcome with this? Just for that one message, if that makes sense. I think this person has options, Two of Pentacles, or they really enjoy the, it's not even really romantic. I have to be honest, they enjoy like the sexual conquest of it all. But in the long run, I think by being with this person, you would be diminishing your self-respect. I think you would have to compromise on a lot of things that it has to do with like compromising your character, your ethics, your values, your system of belief. This person kind of has like a superiority complex. It's like they kind of think they're better than everyone else. And I'm not trying to hurt you or insult you or your person. Yeah, there's something about this energy. I don't like it. You might actually be dealing with another Libra or a female air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Here's the thing though. Especially for my female Libras, you seem like you might be staying with someone for the wrong reason, because it's familiar, because you've been together for X amount of years, because they always say they're going to do better, they're going to treat you better, they're going to change their ways. The thing is, you have someone else coming in, but I think by staying with the wrong person who, I just want to be clear, they're not treating you right. You deserve to be treated much better. By staying with that person, or again, holding them in your mental energy, your emotional energy, if you were to release it and sort of realign to your North Star and have faith that there's something, that's someone's name, Faith. There's a Faith watching out there. Anyway, having faith that there is someone else out there for you who would treat you with more respect, that would come into you sooner. For a lot of you, if you're not already dealing with one, you have a very respectable Libra, male or female, coming in. And especially if you are a female Libra who, again, needs to kind of sever ties with the past or whoever, the person that just isn't treating you well, there's an Aquarius coming in who I really like. There's very powerful romantic vibes with an Aquarius coming in. So let's do one more message there. Brand new. Let's connect with a new group of Libras. Yeah, there's someone who they have a sharp tongue. They're very insensitive. They're very blunt. It might be a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. There's just something like they're just not nice right now. And so don't take on that baggage as, oh, well, maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I'm not good enough. Like, I would tell you if you weren't Libra. You guys, for those who are returning, you guys know, like, I'm a big believer in tough love. Right here, I see you settling to be with someone who doesn't deserve you. So raise your vibe. Aim higher, Libra. Oh, you got some fives here. You feel exhausted, Libra. You feel used. You feel like you gave your love to someone who didn't deserve it. And for some of you, you've already removed them from your life. But again, it's like you're beating yourself up. Like, why did I even entertain that asshole? Like, why did I stay with them? They were so... The thing is, this is a pivotal point in your life because you're willing to recognize essentially like the error of your ways, but I don't look at it as a negative. Look at it as like, oh, well, I'm so grateful I went through that because had I not, I would have been settling for something really toxic for who knows how long. So I think you're dealing with some uncomfortable thoughts and memories. And most of it, from what I understand, it's you looking back and wishing you had done things differently. The past is in the past, so you do need to accept it. And honestly, you need to forgive yourself, Libra. But now it's about making the most of it, right? So rather than lingering in that shoulda, coulda, woulda energy, or again, beating yourself up for not being smarter or wiser or acting a different way, you didn't, and that's the way it went. But you have lessons now that you can implement in all future relationships. So I know it's hard to hear this depending on the severity of what happened, you know, God forbid any type of like abusive situation. I would still say that you are going to help yourself by getting to a point where you're no longer holding on to the negative effects, but making the most of it, right? Everybody goes through a lot of different shit in their life, so we can choose to linger in that victimization energy, or we can use it to make us stronger people. And I think that's what you are on the cusp or the brink of doing. I feel like you guys need to hear, like, I'm proud of you, you're doing good, but keep moving forward. This is about moving forward. Yeah, a lot of you had a Capricorn that did not treat you well, and, you know, I gotta be honest, like, that's not a thing against them. I love my Capricorns. I have a lot of great Capricorn friends. This one, especially a male Capricorn, they did a lot of psychological damage to you. So good for you for moving away from that. You did the right thing. Ooh, you got a water sign coming in, too. Or, again, an Aquarius. That's the second time I've seen that. Very likely a Cancerian. I'm getting a lot of strong female water sign energy too. So I am reading for romance, so it could be a male water sign as well, but there's a lot more feminine energy coming off of that. So it's if it is a male, it's someone who's not as assertive. They maybe are a little bit more passive or withheld. That's not the right word. Not withdrawn, because there's not a coldness. They're actually very warm. It might be a Scorpio. It might be not like a bubbly water sign, but a more calm and collected water sign, but they got a lot of love to give. And if you're not looking to jump into a new relationship, and here's the thing, I know some of you are, but are you really? Because you're being presented with 5 of Swords. So that says to me, you got a little bit more work to do spiritually on yourself before maybe you should hop in the sack with someone, right? It's okay to be looking, right? You know, seeing if there are good prospects out there. But it's unfair to get into a relationship knowing that you haven't really healed from the past because you're bringing in past baggage and drama to that new person who, in theory, if this is someone new, it should be a fresh start for the both of you, right? Yeah, mutual interest to make the most of what you guys have together. So I would just encourage you to do your own healing before you jump on the dating apps or whatever this is. That being said, a lot of you, a new water sign, and for some of you, this is very like maternal energy, so you may be going to move in with your mom or spend time with your sister or your female cousin, your niece. There's something about some nice little female bonding energy, but it's not necessarily romantic. It's someone who like lifts your spirits. That you know, it is more or less love. It's just not necessarily romantic love, though it could be, right? Same-sex couples. And if you're male, certainly you have a female water sign who's interested in you. And they've been interested in you for a while. It seems like this is a water sign who was maybe flirting with you at a time where you were in a relationship with the other person or someone else. And so I don't know how aggressive they were being, but it was kind of like you both understood, like, yeah, we can't really do that because I got this one, right? So, but I think there was like an unspoken connection. It actually seems like once you kind of declutter people from your life who, again, they're energetically just dragging you down, this one actually may come into fruition again. And I just get the vibe it's not brand new. I don't think you ever dated, but it was someone you kind of thought they were cute or interesting. Again, very strong water signs or possibly an Aquarius. Though I do think there's a brand new Aquarius kind of on the horizon for you. Some of you, if you've been in a relationship with a water sign and it's very stagnant or it feels very stuck, if you guys have, I don't know, trust issues, and it feels like a situation where there's never a winner. You guys hit the same wall, you hit the same roadblock every time you try and push an issue or a discussion. Again, you may be advised to step away from that person, step away from that energy, because maybe in the long term it's not good for you, and that's what the universe is trying to show you. Yeah, you have that message, so I'm going to say it doesn't really matter the zodiac sign. A lot of you'll know if that's your message. Libra needs to see? What does Libra need to see? You're not acknowledging a sign that's right in front of you. You need to trust your intuition. Again, something with a Cancer or a Leo or a Cusper, they're in the background. So that means one of two things. If you're not with them currently, you have one waiting to come in, and by staying in a less than desirable situation, you're putting off the inevitable of what could be a really healthy, balanced relationship. For others of you, it may be saying the Cancer or the Leo, they're in the back for a reason. Leave them there, right? So, it's going to go different ways, but you need to trust your gut. There's something about the situation, though, you're not seeing. It's clouded. It's confusing. You need to open up your eyes and see. Some of you need to literally go to an eye doctor. You may end up getting glasses or something about your vision. Your vision is off. Some of you are projecting the idea of what you want this person to be onto them versus not seeing who or what they actually are because it's less than you thought. There's a difficulty in not wanting to admit what is true. Or not wanting to admit the inevitable about someone who at one point in time you loved. You very likely are going to move on from them. You feel it, you see the signals, but you're not following your gut intuition on them. For me, there is an element of this isn't healthy for you anymore. There's something where this is impacting your emotions or your thoughts, or there's something about you need to move on. Some of you are going to get back into dance or exercise or taking really good care of your body. I'm hearing the word nimble. So especially something with like ballet or gymnastics or something, I think it would just be good for your mental health. And because it is coming up in kind of your love and romance, it's possible you may meet someone, I don't know, are people even going to the gym right now? But something to do with your exercise routine or taking good care of your body. You may even take some sort of like nutritional course or class online. You may even teach something like that. There may be a connection you make that could actually serve you in a romantic capacity in the future. Some of you have an Aries or again an Aquarius who has eyes on you or they're coming in. You may connect with them on a dating app too, an Aries or an Aquarius. So that's kind of what I see for love. And this is a card of Libra, so I'm just going to put it out there. If you're not currently dealing with one, there may actually be a Libra who's wanting to give you a pretty big love offer in the future. Or if you're with a Libra and you're madly in love, I suppose this could represent a marriage contract, but that would be kind of the exception to every other message that I've seen here. But hey, I mean, if you like that message, take it and manifest it, right? It's absolutely available to you if it's coming up in the energy here. So yeah, there could be a big offer with a water sign or a Libra, or again, an Aquarius. Those are my strongest cards. So what do you need to put more of your mental energy into? Your own healing. And literature. Some of you are reading a lot, or you're researching a lot, or you're looking up information about something. It may even be about animals or some sort of pet. I don't know if your pet isn't feeling well, or you may be looking to adopt a pet. You may be researching local shelters or something about raising animals. I don't know if you live on a farm or something about something. It's either having to do with medicine and your body or the health of an animal or a pet or something like that. I'm hearing the word diagnosis. So some of you may be having trouble conceiving. You may be researching that. Or even if it's not you, it could be like you're doing it for your daughter or for someone in your life, your friend. You're like a little fact finder right now. You're doing a lot of research. Some of you just need to get away. You need to close the door and lock it and spend some time on your own. And I know that's kind of hard for you sometimes, Libra, isn't it? Learn to be comfortable being on your own and with yourself. You need to get familiar with that idea and to get comfortable. And if that is uncomfortable for you, you need to get comfortable with being a little bit uncomfortable. You need to find peace of mind. knowing that you are going to be the one consistent person in your life who is always there. So more or less, it's like you need to make friends with yourself. And some of you will adopt a pet. I do see that happening. Some of you are getting really involved in wedding planning, or it could even be like funeral arrangements. The thing is, I don't think this is a message about a loss in your family. I don't predict death anyway, but it has to do with like your career. Planning, like event planning. If that's anything you do, Libra, I see you doing a lot more research on bookkeeping, especially, okay, your taxes. If that's your business, I see you getting all that in order. You're putting a lot of mental energy into it. Some of you need to research why you're not sleeping better, if you're struggling with insomnia or something like that. Some of you are missing someone overseas, and it feels like they're in the military or something. In fact, you may end up having, or you may already do, have a really good like pen pal relationship with someone who I don't know if you dated or you were just longtime best friends. There's someone who's like overseas, and I am getting almost like a military vibe, where I don't know what the message is other than it's coming up in your communications and mental energy. So there's a lot of messages going back and forth with that person overseas. And I actually see it as physical, like handwriting. I don't necessarily think it's emails or text. It could be. But for a lot of you, it's like you're writing out a letter. Are you professing your love to someone, Libra? That's kind of romantic. I like that. Or maybe they're doing that for you. Yeah, faith and spirituality, it's going to help give you some sort of peace of mind. It's going to calm your thoughts. This is an unusual message because I don't want to say that I'm encouraging you to run away from your problems, but more or less, that's actually what I'm getting here. I don't want to say run away from your problems. I'm going to say it this way: take a break from your problems. That's a line in What About Bob with Bill Murray? It's like, just take a vacation from your problems, right? He is like, he has a whole type of issues. It's a comedy if you guys haven't seen it. But anyway, like his doctor gives him the advice, just like take a vacation from your problems. You need to do that too, Libra. It's not to say that you're ignoring them or hoping they go away. It's understanding that the solution isn't, like, I'm not finding the solution right now, so I'm just going to put it on the shelf and I'm not going to look at it for a week, and maybe with some time and distance and perspective, when I come back to it, I'll have a new idea. Or something about enlightenment by spending time in your spirituality and faith. It may help you to find a solution on something that you've been researching tirelessly. You've been putting a lot of time into reading and this and that. And it's not to say you're not making progress. Maybe you're writing some sort of big report, or you're compiling or synthesizing information or something like that. But there's something that you're a little bit stuck on, and universe says, just rest on it. Just give it time. The solutions, the problems, they'll either solve themselves, or again, you will have some sort of epiphany or idea that you're like, oh, that's the missing piece. Okay, I can get that to work now. Solutions will come when you don't force them. This could even have to do with creativity. If you're an artist of any kind, you can't force creativity, right? If you're feeling stifled and just you're upset that you're not making progress or there's delays, know that's going to be part of the process, but there will be solutions eventually. So don't get too frustrated with that. What does Libra need to say? Is there anything they need to vocalize or advocate in terms of their voice power, however you want to say that? You need to talk to the person you love. And I'm not asking about mentally. I'm not saying hold it inside your brain and let it rattle around and think about it. This is something you need to advocate to someone you love very much. It feels like there's something that you want to say to them or you need to say to them. And this might not be romantic. In fact, for a lot of you, this feels like, and again, I don't predict anything scary, but if this is your situation, if you have anyone in your family who it's like they are ill or not doing well, and your intuition says, ooh, like time may be running out, you need to follow your gut and say what you need to say just in case, right? I don't predict that. I'm just saying, some of you know exactly who this is or what I'm talking about. It's probably your message then, right? And for others of you, if it's not, it's probably saying, hey, that person you have a crush on, tell them, right? Okay, let's talk about your money, Libra. So you've already made some progress on some sort of personal project or business endeavor, some sort of deal or contract, but you haven't seen the reward of it yet. So I think a lot of you're questioning if you made the wrong decision or the wrong choice. It's like you're waiting for your ships to come in, right? They will come in. Not all is lost here. It's delayed. Keep going, keep researching, keep writing, keep communicating, keep the negotiations and the discussion going, because again, there's a solution coming up. This reaches the Three of Wands turns into the Four of Wands, which is about milestones and celebrations and growth and opportunity. So if you're looking for work opportunities, keep applying, keep going on interviews, because something will break here. And again, it could be a short-term contract or a project where you got in on something and you're like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. For most of you, I'm being called to say, just see it through to the end, because you're in for a good surprise. It's just taking longer than you thought. And it very likely has to do with applying for a job. Some of you went on 3 interviews, or you got 3 callbacks, and you were like, oh my God, I think I'm going to get it. Especially something to do with children or students, like a teaching position or working with, kids in a hospital or something about that. Or it could even be if you would be more in a student role. I don't know if it's literally like college and education, but it's something about where you would be you would be training. It's like you got 3 callbacks and more or less you thought it was in the bag because it felt like the interviews went very well and this and that. And now you're confused because you never heard back. Again, for most of you, you will hear back. It's just delayed. It's like they put the role on hold or something about that. 3rd time's the charm, I'm wanting to say. So something about 3 interviews or 3 applications, or I don't know what that is. It may even be an application you're sending in on behalf of your child if you're trying to get them into a program or a special school or something like that. Again, for most of you, I think it will result in victory, but keep your calm, keep your peace of mind. Patience. That's a huge, huge message that's been coming up for all my zodiac signs. Yeah, look, you have the card of celebrations and reunions for that matter, too. Could be that you're trying to reunite with a family member and they don't have the money, or I don't know, something to do with the shifting of the household or moving or something. It could be that you've been researching it and you've been wanting to move, but you can't find the house, or something about moving and space and land is on delay. Again, I think it will work itself out. There will be reason to celebrate. You'll get to see that person again. Know that you may have to wait a little bit longer than desirable, right? Let's switch decks. What is Libra going to be able to celebrate here? Some of you are going to get a lot of money on your tax return. You're going to be very excited about the money you get back, so you're going to go out and blow it on something. Libra, it's like you're going to go out and blow it on something you don't need, but it kind of seems like you guys need to pick me up, so I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. Just, be smart with your money. That's always good advice, but some of you, you get money back or you get money from an unexpected source, and you're like, I don't know, you're going on vacation, or you're probably buying clothes. You're doing something kind of extravagant with your money. You're buying shit you don't need. Here's the thing, it makes you very happy, and you have a lot of cards that are just like, everything's the same, nothing's exciting. So you know what? If this is good therapy for you, don't blow your whole bank account on it. But yeah, do something nice for yourself, Libra, right? That it will improve your positivity and your outlook on life. Why the hell not? Do it. Some of you just need to hang out with your girlfriends more, or whoever your soul tribe is. It doesn't necessarily have to be family, but like your chosen family, your friends, your coworkers. Be safe, wear your mask, social distance, all that. Some of you you just need to go grab wine with the girls or coffee with the girls or something like that. It would do great things for your outlook. Possibly spending more time outside. And some of you are going to be really, a lot of you are researching astrology. You may be looking into zodiac signs and birth charts and calculating things of that sort. It has something to do with like the universe and outer space. And so maybe it's something more scientific based or something like that. I'm sort of getting like astrology vibes from it. Again, it's coming up in your money and your jobs though. So are you paying money? Maybe you're going to see a psychic or an astrologer or something like that. Or maybe you guys are going to start your own business doing something that's a little bit more like esoteric, or maybe you're creating your own tarot deck or something like that. Some of you are going to be collaborating with a Capricorn on a big creative project or a spiritual business. Some of you are going to the desert. You're doing it almost feels like a pilgrimage. It's like a spiritual journey to go do something, especially among groups of women. What is that like? It's like blood stories, or what is that called? It's like when I know this is going to sound crazy if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm trying to do it justice, but it's like groups of women who get together and they're like, it's like blood tribe or blood family, and it's revisiting your stories about when you first got your period, and there's something about like you bond over that, and like something about like you rewrite the story or you apologize to your younger self. And maybe I'm making some of this up. I'm not making all of it up though. I read about this like a year ago, so it's a little foggy to me. But anyway, it's some sort of women's retreat, or it's very likely spiritually connected, and it doesn't have to be all women, but there's groups of people getting together with like a common interest. And for a lot of you, it's spiritual based. And for a lot of you, it's like in the desert. I'm even wanting to say like music festival, but I don't think that's happening right now. So it's possible that maybe you're saving your money for that to, Coachella or whatever it is. I don't know. It has something to do with your money or your job. Maybe there's going to be like a good networking opportunity. Maybe you're working the merch tables or selling maybe you're selling food. Maybe you're a vendor. Maybe something about that is something important in the desert. And I'm not really getting specifically where. Like, it could be Egypt or it could be California. Like, I don't know. Something about the desert landscape is very important for you guys. And even like, this is so random. I'm hearing like Wild Wild West, like I don't know, or the Outback. I'm hearing all these words that they don't really mean much to me, but there's a lot of sand. There's a lot of desert. What is this? It even feels like some of you may be visiting third world countries to provide, what is a good word for it? Like water, basic essentials, tools and things too. Oh, okay. You may be supplying like feminine products to people who are in like disadvantaged places, if that makes sense. There's like a big humanitarian aspect here. So if it's not your business or your job, you may be providing supplies and money, and you may be offering others stability through service of some kind. Libra, good for you. That seems like a big thing to do, but it would be very rewarding. It would be very spiritually uplifting for you. And I think there's a really cool message here of like it brings you back to a place of gratitude and understanding and appreciating what it is that you have in your own life. There's some message about that too. Yeah, I do see you helping groups of women with something. And it could even be more on like a political spectrum too. I don't know if you're starting your own committee or a rally or a picket sign, something like that. I feel like you got that in your reading before. Anyway, that's kind of what I got. You guys don't have any pentacles, so I can't make up stuff that I don't see. There's a job offer coming your way, but it's not here yet, so I'm not sure if you're going to see that in Aquarius season. But you do have very strong cards. You have a card of celebration, and the Fool is all about starting fresh, starting a new chapter. Some of you are literally starting a new chapter on like a book or an article or something like that, literally starting a new chapter in a new home. A lot of you may be moving to the desert. It could even be like, I'm seeing something in Arizona. I heard Arizona iced tea. So I don't know, but anyway, something about that for you guys. Let's talk about what action you need to take. Again, roughly, that card fell. We got to read it now. Roughly in the month of February. Some of you are going to go visit someone who's behind bars or in an institution. It could be like the mental health problems, or it could literally be prison, or something about someone who's behind. They're hidden away. They may be in an asylum or something like and I mean, obviously you don't have to, if that might not even be your message, but for some of you that was like a very important message that came through. Let's do this deck. That feels important though. Give me one more on that. Seven of Swords. They got sent away or they got taken away. And you haven't heard from them in a while. I know this isn't everyone's message, sorry. You're being asked to take steps or action towards either helping them or releasing yourself from it. Okay, I think here's the message. For most of you, this is a metaphor for you've been keeping yourself locked up. You've been keeping yourself tucked away from the world and not wanting to. It could be not wanting to face your problems, right? I don't mean to attack or insult you, but it could be like it's time to muster up that energy and actually do something with all the thoughts, not just let them kind of eat away at you. It's like you're being asked to unlock the gate, unlock the door to your prison, and like step outside into the world. Get a fresh perspective. Again, go to a new environment. Travel. Some of you may be quite literally traveling in February, taking action to see new places, new people, or it's that you're planning to take action. Very likely you're planning it with sword energy. I don't know what else to do with that, guys. I'm sorry. I awkwardly cross my legs. Sorry, my legs always fall asleep after I do like 3 of these. Okay. Libra, what do you need to take action towards? Some of you are going to leave your career as like a teacher, or especially working with students or children, whatever that is. Some of you, your heart just isn't in it anymore. It's not fun. And the thing is, it's bittersweet. I don't think you hate it. I think it's familiar and it served you, but you just feel like you're being guided down a new road or down a new path, and you're right to pursue that. There's nothing wrong with it. Some of you are going to retire. Again, some of you are going off to work with animals or provide essential things. It's like to sustain life. I don't know if you're working with like the planet and like, you know, save the forest, save the this, save the that. It's something, or providing essential, like, I don't know what else to call it, like food, water, supplies, clothing to people who are kind of in dire straits. You may be volunteering at like a clinic or something like that. Some of you need to take action on being better with your money, looking into your financial stocks and investments. You may be meeting with someone to talk about your money. Some of you are moving, like across the country or to another country. Or the thing is, I see you doing it in your car, so I don't know if it's overseas. But you see, some of you are moving. Some of you may be purchasing a new car, especially if your car is old and it's like it's like a safety hazard. Some of you, it's like it's time to upgrade. That may be something you're spending your money on, especially if you get like a good tax return back or something like that. You need to do your healing. You need to focus on healing. That's a major action you need to take. You need to work on your self-respect. I'm almost getting you need to say like positive affirmations in the mirror every morning. You need to leave little sticky notes reminding yourself how amazing and incredible you are. Whether you're married or single, right? You need to value yourself more. You put too much investment in what other people think. Worry about yourself. Worry about how you view yourself. And if that's a source of discomfort, you need to work on that. Yeah, there's someone coming in who wants to make magic with you, but they may disrupt your energy. You may have a Capricorn or a Pisces returning from the past, and they're very clever. They're very tricky. So make sure that if you learned a very difficult lesson, a humbling lesson from this person in the past, don't be so sure that you want to take them back. You know, of course you can. You have free will. Universe is saying, do you really want to repeat the Tower moment? This is the same person. This isn't someone new for most of you. Again, especially the Capricorn, the Aries, the Pisces, whatever. Could be the Cancer. And that has a double entendre to it as well. If you were diagnosed with something ages ago and you're in the clear, make sure you go back for routine checks to make sure that your health is still good. Be proactive, right? That's important. Some of you just need to be hyper aware of fire hazards. If you live in a building or I don't know, there's something about a fire could get out of control very quickly. So if that's something you've already been thinking or feeling or have a weird intuitive sense about, listen to that. You know, better safe than sorry. The thing is, I don't think this would happen completely unexpectedly. It would be like that. I don't know. It's like that toaster that always doesn't turn off or something. There's like an electrical or a fire hazard in your house that you know about it, but you're like, oh, we really got to fix that. Yeah, you do. You need to take action on fixing that because it could get bad very fast. But again, trust your gut. Your intuition is already telling you to move towards it and do something about it. So do that. Fix it. The magician. Take out the toolbox and fix it, or however you want to say it. Some of you are going to be focused more on interior design, or you may be redoing your house or doing some sort of almost like a facelift I mean, maybe it's literally for you, but I don't think it is. For most of you, it's metaphoric. It's like you're giving the basement a facelift, or you're doing something to repair the house or make it look nice. It could be something that has water damage or something that was damaged in a fire, or it's like ash or smoke or something. You're fixing it up. You're making it better. It's like you're bringing your love and your creativity and your something to it. You're providing something, but it's more like an inanimate object or a space. You're providing it with love. You're making it healthy again. That's a cool message. I really like that. Some of you are going to end up dating a firefighter they're either a fire sign or they're a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I feel like there's some sort of magic and flirtation with a water sign coming in. So maybe this is just saying, take action. This could end up changing your life. You may connect with someone, again, especially someone who's like a firefighter. I know that's so random, but they may just end up being your long-term person. I think it starts off slow and steady. And this may even be someone you already kind of know, someone from your old neighborhood, I'm hearing, or your old hometown, or I don't know if you went to college together. I don't think it's a complete stranger, but you guys reconnect and there's sparks of romance and magic. So I guess Spirit is saying, hey, if that feels good, go towards that, right? You know, it can be action, but it's also called desire, passion, right? So move towards your passion, Libra. That's my advice to you. All right, guys, that's what I got for you in the month of February. I almost said October. What's happening in October? Are you guys planning something big in October? Anyway, that's what I got for February. I will see you next Thursday for love, romantic, Valentine's Day readings. All things love and romance and things of that sort. So see you next Thursday. See you there. Bye, Libra.